if my mic was picking up the right thing because I had the concert footage pulled up and it was showing that like the audio source was still going from that. So apologies if you heard anything for a brief moment. But if you did it, hi! Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa everyone! How is it hanging? Hi, good morning, good afternoon. Maybe it's a good evening. I'm not gonna be muted! No, I'm smarter than that now. I check every single time. I hit the studio before I go live. Yeah. John, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Hello. Yay. I can't believe she did every pony. Hello, every pony. How is it going? Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. I guess it's not really a Nia stream until I say every pony. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, did I don't know if I checked actually. Hold on. It might still be that's a good. No, it's not. Okay, cool. Yay. See, I'm on top of things. I've got everything going properly. I set up all of the little monitors behind me so that way they can show off all the cool stuff and yeah. And I make coffee before stream. And I have to drink it before it gets too cold. You know? I made coffee this morning, but normally like I drink my coffee and play Final Fantasy and like do my dailies. But I didn't do my dailies in Final Fantasy today. I think I logged in for like all of like 15 minutes and then I logged out. This is my second 3-in-1 coffee today. Yes. Because it's tasty. I like it. And I was hungry, but I didn't really want to eat anything, you know? So I was like, you know, maybe I could eat something. Maybe I couldn't. It kind of... Oh! Sorry, that's the wrong button. Sorry, that was the wrong button. My bad. Sorry, I set up my Steam Deck because like I didn't have the Steam Deck when I was on my laptop, so I set it up again. And now it's all pretty and I have all these nice buttons, but I have a kill switch for my streams in case I show Ato butt naked again. And so yeah, the button for my kill switch is so cute. It's a little photo. It's a little photo of Hermes. And I think it's lovely because like, you know, kill the stream, kill every butt. It made sense to me. Anyways. Show Hermes. No, I'm not gonna show you guys my Hermes. I showed you my Hermes. Please leave me alone. Sorry, I'm drinking my coffee. It's so yummy. So yummy. But yeah, hi! My inner Nagito. Hi everyone. I'm Komachi Nagito. And today, I'm gonna talk about a VTuber concert. And I'm gonna explain some behind the scenes from VTuber concert and everything. Because we've had like 3 pretty much back-to-back concerts over this summer season. So we had Off-Kai, which you guys know, the Off-Kai concert. Yeah, you know, that was pretty fun. And then we had San Japan 3D concert, which, you know, that was pretty fun. And then Lumi, Uruka, and I performed at Vexpo in Birmingham, England! And it was great. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, every so often we do concerts, like I'll talk a little bit about the progress or the process that goes into making VTuber concerts like this. So I wanted to kind of leak some behind the scenes information once again and show you guys a little bit of footage this time. I got manager's approval so that way I could show you guys some footage from Vexpo. Yeah, so I'll be showing you guys some Vexpo stuff. But yeah. The stinkiest mocap suit. So it was quite interesting this past like season, I guess. Obviously, like we like did some stuff and that I talked about previously when we went to Japan, and that was a lot of fun. But for Vexpo, we actually worked with a brand new studio, and it was a very interesting experience there too, seeing like the ways that different studios do things, which is like essentially the same. This is the third studio I've worked with over the past year to do concerts and stuff. So yeah, because for the VTuber Awards, we worked with one specific studio, and then for Offkai, we worked with another studio. On Vexpo, we worked with a different studio. So a lot of different people, and all of them are really nice. Super, super, super nice, and you know, they're all very knowledgeable in what they do, I guess. Yeah. Was it in Japan? So one of the studios that we worked with, Spawn, they are in Japan. So when we do the concerts through Spawn, those are the Japan studio that we work with. And I always have a lot of really good stuff to say about the Japan. I mean, all of the studios I have good stuff to say about them. But the Japan studio, you know, they're very efficient. It's a very big space that we do everything in. It has like these cool dressing rooms. And it's really cool because when we go, Sakuna gets to stay in his own room, and then like the 4 or 5 of us are like in a different room, and it's a lot of fun. And I like that studio because it has a window view of like this really cool river. I don't actually know where the studio is in Japan or what river it is, but you can see a river, and it's really pretty. And I like sitting at there's like a high desk in there, and I can put my laptop up there, and I could practice in there. And then when I'm not practicing and I'm eating my lunch that they bought us, then I can sit there and stare at the river, and it's really nice. Yeah, but I have to travel far. I have to travel far for all of this. Yeah, the thing with doing it in Japan though is Japan, how do I say? The 3D stuff out there is more accessible. A lot of people have the opportunity to do 3D stuff because there's these studios, like independent studios, that have the tech all set up. So it's a lot cheaper, like more cost efficient to do it in Japan. I didn't really know that there were like a good amount of studios. So that's why like a lot of Japanese VTubers, independent, or like smaller companies are able to do 3D lives more often, or you know, indies can afford to do like 3D concerts out there and stuff, is because there's a lot of studios to choose from, and they're very accessible, I guess. You know, they have staff that really knows what they're doing, and yeah, so it's very, very interesting. Whereas like the ones that I've worked with in the US, it's probably more expensive because the tech isn't as accessible, you know? And they're not, how do I say, there's less staff, I guess, because it's kind of like it's a difficult thing to get into, especially if like you can't afford the tech to like get your hands on and practice with. And yeah, I mean 3D studio tech is like, I think like each camera is like 10K, so it's not really the most inexpensive thing to do. Yeah, it's a lot more novel, I guess that's a good way of saying it. Yeah, so you have the cameras, and you know, you need a specific amount of cameras when you do everything. Yeah, some cameras you can cost upwards of $50,000. Yeah, and putting these concerts on, obviously, like, it's quite expensive, but it's extremely fun. And so, at least for me, I'm happy to be there. Yeah, I never really thought much about the cost of this stuff though until we were filming out in the States. And I realized, like, yeah, how expensive it gets because, you know, the cameras cost this much money. You need a specific amount of cameras and the mocap suits, and then you need the sensors, and, you know, those are pretty expensive. Then the software that you're using is expensive, and there's all this other tech that you need to use, and, you know, they've got screens so you can see exactly what you're doing, and the modeling, and, you know, the making sure that, like, the rigs and stuff are good. So yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, when I did one of these concerts, actually, the studio that we filmed at primarily specialized in like video game motion capture, and they did like the motion capture for movies there as well. Like I think like The Walking Dead was one of them, and it was really cool because I've seen videos of like what that process is like for like movies and stuff. So it was a very different type of studio because it was like, you know, set up for movies and action mocap and stuff. And yeah, that studio was like crazy. I've never, it was a very unique studio. You know, they had like stunts and stuff, like, yeah, set up for like doing stunts, and the recording space was really big. So I guess for like movies and video games, like, you have to think about, like, the area as, like, a giant square. That's, like, the shape of the one that we were in for this one particular concert. Is the recording area was, like, this giant square. And then the staff was in front of the square with all of these different screens. And there were screens on, like, the sides. And they could roll out, like, a TV and stuff. So we could see everything. And, yeah, they had, like, a bunch of, like, pads, I guess, in the back, like you know, like in gymnastics, you have like the pads and like the like roller things that you can like lean over and stuff. Yeah, that was, yeah, we made Sakuna go get us Airwalk. I mean, if it's not Sakuna's dime, I want to try Air One. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I want to drink my coffee, but I want to make sure I'm talking a decent amount as well, you know? It's a bit difficult to juggle, but yeah. It was a padded room, yeah. It was like a padded room. I think, what was, how do I say? It's interesting seeing the different ways these studios go about with like the filming process. Some studios like Spawn, it's a very simple recording process, right? We go up there, we wear the mocap suits, we dance our heart out, and Spawn Studio is set up like a stage. I think you can find pictures of it online, actually. I think we talked about this before, but yeah, it's set up like a stage. So, you know, you can really get the feel of what the stage is going to be like. And they have markers for, like, you know, where you come on and off the stage and how this goes. And, you know, they mark, like, the center. And, like, you know, if we want to interact with the stage, and they have a lot of different props that are ready to go for interacting with it. Whereas, like, the video game studio that we worked with is, like, very precise about the way that they do things. They want to get, like a very like interactive, immersive experience. So that one, like when we were recording there, it was probably the most intense recording session I've had, because it was like a lot of takes of like, oh, well, this is clipping, right? Like your arm clipped into your skirt. So like we're gonna like make like a pad that you have to wear on the side of your body, so that way like it doesn't clip again. So one of the concerts that I did, I was like wearing a bunch of different equipment and my platform boots and dancing in them, and that was a really big challenge. Oh, and then we had head mounts for our facial expressions as well that we were wearing. Yeah, they're very perfectionist, and it was really intense. We had to like attend like practice sessions with the equipment, like the head mounts on, so we can learn how to like go about using all of that. Yeah, it was really hard, but the payoff was so good. Yeah. Yeah, I wear my platforms every time I do the mocap because it has to be like a very specific way, right? So every time that I do a concert, I'm wearing basically like demonias when I am recording. So all of my dancing is done in very big platform boots. So that way I can make sure everything is proper. If I twist an ankle, then I twist an ankle and it is what it is. Maybe I shouldn't have picked platform boots to perform in. So, yeah. And then another studio we worked with, a smaller studio, but I really liked the process of the way that they've done things. I think so far it was like the most fun. The recording area was considerably smaller than the other ones that we've done, but the way that like the flow of everything worked and the tech worked, it was a really unique experience, I think. And I liked like how I don't know, I liked the way that everything went with it. And it was a very new experience getting to work with this studio, but I really liked it. Yeah. I risk my limbs for the content. Well, I have to make sure that the concerts are good, you know? I don't want to like put on like a mediocre concert. So obviously like I'm going to like be immersing myself as much as possible. Yeah, all these studios do like stuff with VTubers as well. Yeah. So all of the studios that we worked with, they do stuff with VTubers, so they know what they're doing. Yeah. I mean, there was a tech hiccup at Sen Japan. That's a little different though, you know? That's like when we're actually performing a concert, that you know, it's the same thing as like you know, there's always going to be tech problems and stuff, but it can't really be avoided, I think, especially when like VTuber concerts are pretty they're pretty difficult to put on, you know? Like I don't know, the screens and everything, and making sure everything's proper. It's quite a challenge. So I think tech problems are kind of inevitable. Yeah, they fixed it. I don't actually know what the tech problem was. I just heard about us having a tech problem. Yeah, I don't really know about like the tech that goes into this stuff too much, other than like me singing and dancing. Yeah. Yeah, it's how do I say? It's it's fun. I don't know. I enjoy the process of these all the time, even though it's really sweaty and it's very exhausting. The days are long, and you know the work is it's not easy to sing and dance. You know, especially like wearing like a hot sweaty suit with all of these different things on it, and you have to do a lot of takes to make sure everything. It's not just making sure that like your song or your dance are like perfect, but that on top of making sure all of the tech is going well, you know? As minimal clipping as possible. I remember for Offkai specifically, when I was doing a concert in Ashura-chan, you can see the video I uploaded. If you haven't seen the Ashura-chan Offkai video, I uploaded it on my YouTube channel, so you can watch it. There's like a little ad behind me right there. And when I was performing it, there's like a part when I like lean down. I like go down on the ground on my knees, and we had to redo that like I don't even remember how many times. We had to redo that a whole lot, because when you are too low on the ground, it messes up the sensors for like the motion tracking for the concert, so it can kind of create like some issues, and there's a lot of clipping that happens. So we had to work like a very specific angle that I was going to my knees on, so that way everything didn't clip too hard. Yeah. And like when we were in Japan filming this, I remember like we went to dance practice and stuff, and when we're doing dance practice, I think it's like very it's very interesting versus like any other dance practice I've done in my life, because we have to be super mindful of like when we're practicing, of like the way that we're doing things. So, you know, if like the choreography has me sticking out my arm in front of me, I have to consider exactly how I'm sticking my arm out in front of me, so that way nothing clips when it comes to the actual recording day, you know? So like if I'm gonna like do a circle with my arm up in the air, well, I have to make sure that the angle of it isn't gonna clip through like my head or like my chest or my hair. So I have to be like very mindful. Yeah, you have to visualize the way the model moves, and it's very different for everyone, you know? So it's a little complicated sometimes. Yeah, I don't have to wear anything for the twin tails actually. They have really good physics with it. Every time I film with like this stuff, I always spend a lot of time flipping my hair because I like the way that the model captures the twin tails. I don't know, it feels like very Miku. It's so cool. I feel like Hatsune Miku. I'm so happy. I don't know. I remember like as a kid watching Hatsune Miku concerts, and I was like, there's nothing more that I want to do in my life than do like mocap like this. Like, this is everything to me. I want to be an anime girl. And now I am. And now I have Miku twin tails. It's so cool. Yeah, I just need to make a 1-to-1 cosplay so I can wear. See, but you can't really wear that because you have to wear the mocap suit, you know? Because like you have to have like sensors to pick up everything. Yeah, chest sensors, sensors on your back. Yeah, it's really fun watching like the motion capture, like the raw footage of it. I don't know, I feel like I always look like a goober when I look at the raw footage, and then when I see like the actual concert, like, oh wait, it looks so much better now. I don't look like a goober. But it's because like when you're doing the mocap, you have, again, like you have to move in really awkward ways, or like you have to make sure certain things are really exaggerated so that way it picks up well. Yeah, it's pretty hard. You are a goober. Okay, I'm not a goober, fuck you. But yeah, I don't know, it's very over the top, very dramatic. You have to be more anime than you would ever think you have to be. So if you're giving 100%, you have to give 120% when you're recording. And if you're like exhausted, you know, maybe I'm not going all out with like this take, then it really shows on the model, because the model footage just looks boring. So I have to redo it, and I have to like make sure my energy is up. The other challenge I have with mocap is I can't see without my glasses. Like at all. And when I do the mocap, I can't wear my glasses, because when I dance, you know, when I'm turning and dancing, my glasses are gonna fall off. But also because the mocap, the way that the hat works, there's no room for my glasses to go, and I'm wearing the hat. So I have to dance like as if this wasn't challenging enough, right? I'm dancing in platform boots, like giving 120% with all this equipment and sensors on me, and I can't see. I can't see at all. Everything is just blurry. So yeah, it's challenging. I got contacts recently, actually. I was having some trouble over my break. I got contact lenses. I actually got it stuck in my eye the other day. Like last week. Last week I broke my glasses, and I wasn't able to take them in to get repaired until the evening. And I was working on stuff in the morning, and obviously I needed to see. So I put my contact lenses in. Oh, I haven't told this like on stream, but oh, maybe I don't remember. One of my contact lenses has a weight in it because of like this issue I have with my eye. I'm really blind on my left eye. I like can't see out of it at all. Well, I can see out of it, but like the vision clarity is not good. Yeah, astigmatism. It's a really bad astigmatism. So yeah, I have to wear my glasses, even though like my right eye vision, this is like a little blurry. Like yeah, my left eye is really fucked. So yeah, I have to wear like a weighted contact so it corrects like the astigmatism. Because I think like it's like the way that the pupil is shaped or something like that, right? I don't know. They explained it to me, and or maybe it's the iris. I don't get it. And my optometrist is just like, you're doing this, and I'm like, okay. So yeah, my left eye contact has a weight in it, so that way it sits correctly. So when I was wearing my contacts, or I broke my glasses, so I put in my contact lenses so I could wear them while I was working. But because, you know, my contact lenses are so new and I'm not wearing them all the time, just a little bit at a time, and I'm sitting so close to my screens, it was really giving me a headache after like 10 minutes of wearing them. And I was in the middle of a raid in Final Fantasy, so I couldn't really get up and take out my contact lenses. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and like finish out the raid blind, and then I'm gonna go back to working, and then maybe I'm gonna lay in bed and like take a nap to like let the headache wear off, you know? So in the middle of the raid, during downtime, I was trying to take my contacts out. So like downtime happens and I remove contact from right eye, and then I put it like on my desk so I could, they're daily, so I just like gonna throw it away, you know? So I put my right eye contact like on my desk, and then I went to take out my left eye contact during the other downtime, and I couldn't grab it. So then I was trying to grab it out with one hand, and I was doing the raid with one hand, and I wasn't able to grab it, and I could feel it like not in the correct spot, and I was like, there is no way it slid up in my eye, right? And it did, and my eye started to really hurt, and I was like, I couldn't get up because I was in the middle of a raid. So I was like, what the fuck do I do? So instead, I weaved Googling how to remove contacts stuck in eye. It was really easy to get out once I like was done with the raid. I just like put a bunch of like contact like eye drops in my eye, and then it like just fell out, and I was like, oh, okay, yay! I like stood over the sink and I just poured a bunch of like eye drops in my eye, and then I blinked a couple times and it fell out, and I was like, oh, okay. I've been wearing contacts, like vision correcting contacts for a long time, but I have worn circle lenses like a lot before because I used to cosplay all the time. I still cosplay. And you know, I wear colored contacts that don't have prescriptions that I order from China, and they're really not good for your eyes in the long term, but I don't care. So anyways, so I've never had a contact do that before, so yeah, my eyes are Chinese. I have Chinese eyes. I have Chinese eyes because I always have freaking colored contacts in. Yeah, I should really have bought quality ones, but yeah, I had to blind myself for the drip, you know. You know, that Cypher cosplay isn't gonna look good without my specially made Temu contact lenses. Or oh, I got these contact lenses off of Taobao. It's probably fine. I am, how do I say it? I'm not a good role model when it comes to taking care of like your contact lenses, because I gotta admit, do not do this ever. Do not do this ever. But I did this. People will tell you, don't do this. And then I was like, I'm built different. I'm not gonna take their advice. I had contact lenses when I was constantly Yohane, right? And my pink contacts dried out. And I didn't really want to wear my purple ones because they weren't accurate. And the pink ones I really like because they're like super accurate, you know? But they were dried out. And I was like leaving for the con like in like 2 hours or something. So I just poured a bunch of contact solution over the dried out contact lenses. And then when they started looking kind of hydrated enough, then I just popped them back in. And it was fine. It didn't, yeah, it revived. Why would, I'm not recommending it! Shut up! I'm not recommending it, no! Yeah. Dry Chinese contact lenses. So now I have dry Chinese eyeballs. Is that not how... No, you're not supposed to do that. If your contact lenses are dry, throw them the fuck away. And if your contact lenses are ripped, throw them the fuck away. If your contact lenses have like a chunk missing from them, throw them the fuck away. Yeah, I did not listen to any of that advice. Why did Sucker do that to my eyes? My eyes are Chinese. Yeah, don't do that. Like, ever. Yeah, I don't know. Not my finest moment. Okay, but like in my defense, I was like 16. So I was like 16. I couldn't really afford new contact lenses because I was just buying cosplay and makeup and contact lenses with like my allowance that my parents gave me every time I would like have good grades. So I was like, okay, you know, maybe I can get like 3 pairs of contacts here. I also had to hide the fact I was buying contacts for my parents because they wouldn't let me buy them. So I would have to put them in the car. And part of the problem with that is you put them in after your makeup is all done. So now I have like full makeup on with false lashes, and trying to get contact lenses in when you're wearing false lashes on the top and bottom of your eyes is like, that's a skill. Sometimes like cosplays that have me wearing long nails too. Yeah, it's a challenge. Yeah, I got working. No, I've been wearing glasses since I was a kid. I've been wearing glasses since I was a little kid. My thought process was like, because my parents are always like, no, if you wear color contacts, you're gonna go blind. And I was like, well, my eyes are already fucked up. So what's the harm? It was harmful. Don't do that. Because now I'm an adult with astigmatism. And usually adults aren't really supposed to have those from what I know. I think like astigmatisms you have when you're a kid and then it gets fixed. But mine didn't get fixed. Yeah, I don't want to do LASIK in my... I don't want a laser in my eyeball. Ew, no. No. Ah! Stop it! That's great! Ah! No! Ugh! Why would you say that? No. Yeah. Laser beam, yeah. Beam. Yeah, LASIK has a small chance of ruining your life forever. I do not want to do LASIK. No. You keep the laser away from my fucking eyeball, okay? No, thank you. I'm an old-fashioned man. I don't believe in that stuff. Yeah. No, no. But, yeah. So I used to do that. But okay, the story coming full circle. I got contact lenses. I went to my optometrist and I got contact lenses specifically so when I do motion capture, now I won't be blind. Because when we were recording for the Vexpo concert, every time I would finish, so like when it was my turn, they'd be like, okay, Leah, you're up. And I would put my glasses on the table. And then the moment I was done dancing, I would run over to the table and put my glasses on, even if it was only for like 2 seconds, because my eyes hurt so bad from like trying to like focus on the screen. Yeah, it was not. Leah, I got LASIK and it turned out alright. It's not like I need my nearsighted vision anyway. Night, shut up! Thank you for Like $10. Yeah, I just yeah, I don't know. So I got contacts. I don't know if I'll ever have the opportunity to do a 3D performance again, but I have contacts in case I do. I would like to, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll have more opportunities to do this, or if the opportunities will include the I would like it to, but I also feel like maybe I'm washed. Maybe not so much anymore. There's a lot that goes into it, like outside of like the prep and yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of confidence that I'll be doing this again. And because of some other stuff, so I have to look back on it fondly, and you know, yeah, I'm in my prime. Unfortunately, I'm not though. I'm on a decline, and if I decline like this, then you know, not really anymore. So, maybe the idol arc is over. I'd hope not, but yeah, I'm happy that I got to do them. And now I can graduate in peace. I don't want to drink it anymore. Okay, but yeah, so what was I saying? What was I saying? Concerts. Vexpo. How did you pick the... Oh! Okay. Froggy Spaniel, thank you for the $2. So the songs, we have like a set list that we pitch, right? So like when I... How do I say? Okay, so they're like, Leah, you're gonna perform for Vexpo. And I'm like, okay, cool. So then they're like, okay, you're gonna perform 3 songs for Vexpo, and then we're gonna have 3 group songs. So pitch your ideas for the group songs, and then pitch your 3 songs that you want to do. So I'm like, okay, I want to do these 3 songs. Eric, thank you for the $5. Would a Dracula be the perfect wait, I don't know what a Dracula is. What is a Dracula? Like the vampire? Like the guy from Hotel? Like my uncle? What? Like my uncle? Please do not ride my uncle. Please don't ride my uncle. Wait, is Dracula like a car? Is Dracula like a car? Wait. Wait. Dracula, is it a car? Is that what he's talking about in Dracula? It's like a car? What is that? What? Wait, what is a Dracula? What? There's so many classic Dracula car. Like that! Oh, I didn't know it was a car. I didn't know. Old rock song. I know what Dracula is! Come on! I know what Dracula is! I sing it all the time for karaoke! Like Rob Zombie. Dig through the ditches, I bar through the witches, I slam in the back of my Dracula. Dracula on these nuts, please. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Dracula coming for Halloween? No. No. Unfortunately not. What do you smell like? Like laundry? I'm sniffing myself. What do I smell like? Well, my shirt smells like a dryer sheet. And my skin smells like lotion. I can't smell my hair. Interesting. Anyways. What was I saying? Oh! The concerts. Okay, so I pitched my ideas for the concerts. I said, these are the 3 songs that I want to perform. And they're like, okay, let me check to make sure those songs are approved. So then management goes and they check like the licensing and stuff for these concerts, and they're like, okay, Leah, only 2 of these songs are approved, so you have to pick a different one for your 3rd song. And I'm like, okay, here are my other options that I would like for my 3rd song. And they're like, okay, out of these options, only this one works. And I'm like, okay, then I'll do that one. Or in my case of Vexpo, I changed my set list like 5 times because I couldn't decide on anything. So I was messaging Millie and I was like, I'm gonna perform these. And she's like, okay. And I was like, no, actually, I'm gonna perform these. And she was like, okay. And I was like, no, actually, I'm gonna perform these. And she was like, okay. It just kind of ends up like that though, you know? So, yeah. But yeah, and then for the group songs, we basically like will in a group chat. So like Uruka, Lumi, and I, we were like, okay, like what are some group songs we're interested in doing? But I think like for all of us, it's really easy to find something to agree on. So I was like, what if we did this? And Lumi was like, okay, what if we did this? And Uruka was like, okay, what if we did this? And we were like, yay! Easy, yay, done! And then and then we look at it, and then we divide up the scripts based off of how we want to sing it. So we have to like script everything out. And then once we have everything scripted out, then we get practicing, and that's how it goes. And yeah, it's a really easy process for us, at least. I mean, like, not easy, but I think like figuring out like the stuff that we want to do is a really simple process. It's not like a hard process for us to like decide like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do this. It's just like for Offkai, the hardest one to do was none of them were actually that difficult, I think. But the actual recording, I went to karaoke by myself and I practiced the songs in karaoke. Yeah, that was really fun. For Zen Japan, it was a duet with Uruka. That one was really tricky. Just because you know, when you start doing it, you have to make sure everything works well together, and you know that you guys are in sync with each other. So that one was kind of tricky to do, but it was also not that bad. And that for Vexpo, I think it was Bandage, because doing all of that footwork in the platform boots is really hard. And I practiced that footwork like crazy for like 2 weeks leading up to the recording date. And I didn't really get too much of a chance to practice with the platforms on, so I was like kind of panicking at the last second. Yeah, I kind of feel like the read didn't come out as well as it could have, but it's you lose a lot of the sharpness of the choreography when you're doing so. Like 3D motion capture has so many sensors, and it's not always going to pick up on every little intricate movements that you do. So like when I'm doing intense footwork and stuff, it's not always getting picked up as accurately as I'm actually doing it in real life. Then obviously I have the boots on and I have to make sure everything is super exaggerated. So within all of that, the sharpness of the choreography gets lost, and maybe the read for the final product doesn't come out as crisp as it should be. But I think that's just me being like very picky about my own performance in terms of like that. Yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah, but it's still the read, like how do I explain? The read on it is like the way that the camera picks it up for the motion capture. So I'm doing something in real life. I'm dancing, you know, and like my footwork is very crisp, right? But it kind of becomes less crisp the more that it gets processed and the more that you're running it through like the motion capture software and stuff. So when you see it on the actual model, it's less crisp. I think that's what I mean by like the read on it is not as, yeah. So even if I have it like very sharp in real life, it's like not always gonna translate like that. Yeah, the tracking but without the trackers, kind of. Yeah, latency of the captures, it's not, yeah, snappy. It's not as snappy, I think. I can show one video. Let me move myself. Oh, do not hit that button, dear God. I'm going to move myself this way, and then I'll show one of the videos, and kind of break that down. So I go here. Okay, I think this is going to be it. Hold on. It might be loud. Let me turn down the BGM. Okay, I'm sorry if this is loud. So this is us from I don't actually remember what we're doing in this one. I can't hear it. Is this Miku? Is this the Miku song? So this is, I believe. Yeah. So this is from Vexpo, me and Lumi and Uruka. Who's Miku? Okay, yay. Yay! So you can see, like, you know, the way it goes. Yeah, I think like when you look at it like close up, let me like zoom in on this a little bit. Like I'll like put it like this. You can see like the way like the sleeves move and stuff is pretty interesting. When I get the stupid, ugly audience out of the... Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. You can see, like, the way all of us move. You know? There's good physics and stuff that come, you know, that work in the models and stuff. I think it's pretty good. I like the way that my sleeves move. I think it's so cute. And my twin tails, it looks so good. I love the way Lumi's sleeves move. I think it's so cute. Yeah. Uruka's hair, I think it's so flowy. I like the way Uruka's ears move. I think it's really cute watching them like, yeah, watching them go like that. Why is Uruka a giant? That's our heights, man. That's our heights. That's how tall we are. I don't think people realize that our heights are like that, but yeah, that's our heights. Yeah. Yeah, it looks really fluid. I'm gonna find... Hold on, I wanna find this one. Hold on. Let me try to find this one. Give me 1 second. I have so many videos on here. Okay, that's the Miku song. Yeah, where is this one? That's Leah. That's me. I want... Okay, this is that one. I want... Okay, I found it. It's this one. Okay. Here you go. So this is another song we performed. You can kind of see the way that we're moving. Let me zoom it in so you can see us clear. You can see how clear the choreo looks in this one specifically. I think this one, the choreo really picked up, like, it's very sharp, it's very snappy. Yeah, I think we look really good in this one. Ta-da! Ta-da! Yeah, I like the way that the mocap picked up all of our movements. Make debut! Yeah, make debut. This is what we opened with in the concert. So yeah, the horse song. Yeah. I was really happy that we were able to perform it. It was really fun to learn. Yeah, this one turned out really clean. Tiori, thank you for the $5, my beloved. Yeah. Yeah, we have to be super exaggerated because it looks more anime, you know, when we're doing it. So like, here, like this part, you have to go even harder. It is a little goofy, like in real life, but I think like you can see that it looks like really good on the screen. Yeah. I think it's cool to see it all come together. Yeah. I know. Look at the way that my twin tails are. Can I zoom in on this? The way my freaking twin tails move in this is like crazy. And I'm making it smaller so I can make it bigger. Look at that! Look at that physics on my twin tail. It's so cool. I like it. I like it a lot. She's literally Miku. I'm literally her. Okay. Wait. Let me make this bigger now. I just made this like massive. Oops. Sorry, I don't know how to do this off screen. But another one I can show you is I think it's this one. It should be this one. You can see the way that like the choreo looks when it comes to like the more how do I say, intricate parts of it. Yeah, this one was really challenging to do because I had to go like 1.5% more than I was practicing in real life. Yeah, it's pretty exhausting. This one is really exhausting to do. It's very spinny choreography too. Yeah, I don't know. I think that this was the most fun one to perform though, because like the way that the movements are and stuff, I feel more comfortable moving like that than like something that's like I don't know, like this type of movement or like super idly ones. But bandage was a real challenge for me. But I wanted to try it because it's so different than anything I've ever done before, you know. And I wanted to do something different so that way I could, you know, make the impression in England kind of good. The ever multifunctional Leah. I can be used for okay, no, I can do a lot of different things. Anyways. Yeah, I know. I'm excited to see how FazeCon goes. I really hope we're able to do a concert for FazeCon. Yeah, that's my wish. Is I want to do a concert for FazeCon. And if we do a concert for FazeCon, I want to be able to do a solo song really bad. Something very cool, very elaborate, very special. And I want to do a performance with Rie. Yeah, we've been talking about it for a long time, and I really want to be able to do it with Rie. Yeah, I just hope it's announced with ample time. I hope we have enough time to do something. I don't have anything specific set in stone, but I have an idea of what I would like it to be. So, my dream song to do solo in 3D. I don't know. That's whoa, that's a tough one. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Sorry, I have no answers for you. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, doing my own original song in 3D is a dream. I know, and I'm able to do it so many times. I am Mia. You are happiness. Yay. Yay. It'd be tough to narrow down. No, it's not tough to narrow down. I know exactly what it would be. I know exactly what it would be. But yeah, how do you feel about Luka Luka Night Fever? I used to do Nico Nico dance on like a shitty camcorder when I was younger. Do like really shitty dance covers and stuff. I'd upload to Instagram and YouTube. And yeah, I used to do Luka Luka Night Fever a lot. Idol Master songs was another one. I did a lot of like Idol Master songs. Love Live, Vocaloid, yeah. Yeah, those videos are so peak. I know, like Miyume. Oh my gosh, I love Miyume. Yako. Yako is like my everything. I love her so much. Penta! Penta! Yeah, look at Night Fever! I remember Danceroid, and I was like, whoa, they're like the coolest ever. I love Danceroid. I want to be just like them. And I'm not entirely like them, but I mean, it's like close enough. What I'm doing now is like close enough to Danceroid, you know? Maybe just a little close, but Idol Master, yeah, World's End Dance Hall. Actually, fun fact is before Gimme Gimme, Uruka and I were going to do World's End Dance Hall, but it's very, 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 very difficult to get permission to do Wawaka songs, if at all, because of stuff about his music. So we weren't able to get the perms for it to do, so we had to figure out something else. But yeah, we were actually going to do World's End Dance Hall, and we were learning it and everything. Yeah. A bit of a bummer, but I mean, with everything that happened, I completely respect it. So yeah, I have done World's End Dance Hall like before, a long time ago. I performed it at a convention. Yeah, I performed it at a convention a long time ago. Back when I was young and spry, I danced it at a convention, and then I danced it again when I worked at the little convention made cafe. Yeah. As Space gets bigger, more songs to perform. I hope so. Back when I was 20, fuck you. Shut up. Back when I was 20, I'm not even 29 the first time. I'm not 29. I'm not even close to being 29. What the hell? I'm 37. Yeah, I'm 87. 29-year-old. I'm 42. I'm 13. I'm 13. No. So 28? Yeah, I'm 28. Yeah. Aren't you like 60? Yeah. Yeah, I'm 60. Okay, Unc, fuck you. I just turned 30 a couple weeks ago. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. In game. In real life, I'm an OG-san. I'm a perverted old OG-san in real life. Yeah, get that right, okay? Don't forget it. I'm 19. No, I'm 19. Always 19. I'm eternally 19. Yeah. I'm turned 30 like I have cancer. I mean, isn't it kind of the same thing? Okay, anyways. But yeah, I want to perform with Rie. I also want to perform with Eimi. I want to perform with Runie. I want to do a duet with Lumi one day. I think that'd be fun. A duet with Lumi. Yeah, I don't know. I'm having fun doing the idol stuff, but the only reason I'm in this at all is for the 3D stuff. So it would be a shame if it ended here. Because yeah, the only reason personally that I ever turned to VTubing was because I wanted to do the 3D concert stuff. And I know it's like a big goal for a lot of people, you know. So we're very fortunate to be in a position where we can do these frequently. Yeah, I know there's a lot left to do. I have no plans on graduating unless the 3D stuff ends. But hopefully that's not the case. Maybe I'm dooming, but I'm also positive at the same time. Me and Hina. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about Hina. Me and Hina performing together. I miss Hina. I do. She doesn't stream as frequently anymore, right? Yeah, I don't really see her around. But I miss her. Leah forgot. I did not forget about Hina. Her and I have been working on something together for a while. But who said that? What? I did not say that. Sorry. I did not forget about Hina either, though. Okay? Okay? I literally could not forget about Hina even if I wanted to. Okay? She's on my mind like 24/7 because of this thing. Yeah, so yeah, Burb Lady is missed. I miss her. But yeah, her and I are working on something together. That I actually really have to finish. I didn't get it entirely done over break. Actually, I turned all of my raid guides into notes for this thing, and then I started, like, I don't know how many pages of stuff did I write right now. It's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 pages of stuff written for this, and then I have like 15 more pages or something on my iPad because I was working on it while I was eating during my break as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It'll be cool. It'll be awesome. My raid guide for dummies. Yeah. Well, no. All of my top maps have been written over in pink pen because I was running out of lined paper. So I had to use blank paper, but it's not blank because it has top guides. But you know how it is. You know how it is. Can I write notes in game? They're not notes for Final Fantasy. No. Notes for something else. Yeah, you guys will see. I should finish that. I should call her. This is what to take over Hector's strats. Hector kicked my ass! I got my ass kicked by Hector! I'll never forget that. Hector kicked my ass so aggressively. It was crazy. But also kind of an honor. I don't know. Yeah, it's a VN and it's gonna kill us all. What? No, I'm not. I would not willingly give you guys a visual novel because that encourages parasocialism and I hate you. And if you ever became parasocial for me, I would blow you up with a bomb in your house. If you guys like visual novels, you should play 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Yep. Bams, hi! Welcome back to being a mankind! Hello, hi. Mians are peak. Yeah, they are peak. When I'm not involved in them. Yeah! Yay! Yippee! there's any other thing to say about the concert. The way that we record like the vocals and stuff for the concerts are really interesting too. So sometimes we'll have the opportunity to like do the vocals and stuff like as we're dancing. But other times, just because of the way that filming and stuff works, we'll have to record the vocals separately. So like last year for oh god, my BGM, you're so right. Sorry. Turn it off. Last year for ANYC, I actually went to a recording studio for the first time ever, so that way I could get stuff done. And the way you record the vocals for these concerts is really different than the way you record for like covers, like actual covers. Because obviously like it needs to be like a live type of vocal, right? So when it comes to like vocals that I record for like the concerts and stuff, I didn't do it in the recording studio, but when I do it at home, I actually will like dance while I'm recording, so that way at least it like has as much energy as possible. But I also record it in one take. Yeah, one take all the way through, because when you're doing like in the actual concert, right, you're not going to be able to like break it up and stuff. So when I'm recording them at home, I really do my best to do the dancing and the one take. And yeah, I don't like the way that it turns out, but that's not the point. The point is to be as true to the performance as I possibly can. So I will do it, and I'll turn it in. And then it might be like, Leah, and I'm, well, it's more, you know, concert ready like this, you know? One take stuff is rare. I don't like it, but I also feel like, you know, the times that we do like the live vocals and stuff, you don't really get an opportunity to like redo that or like to break up the takes. You know, you might have like a backing track, but that's about it. So I at least have to like get used to it. Yeah, it's important to me to make things authentic, you know? I want to be as immersive as possible. And the intention of home 3D, no, I don't know how to do it very well. I want to do it, but like it's part of the reason my computer got fried. I don't think I could do it well, so I would need someone to come over and assist me, because it's really difficult to do. Yeah, did I say what the computer problem was? It was my CPU got fried. Yeah, they fried or something. I don't know. My CPU is fried, so yeah, there was that. It's fine now, but I was also working off of my laptop for like a month. Yeah, I know Urka's using her model all the time. I want to, but it's very challenging. So I have to get better at it. Yeah, I know I want to use my Gyoru model more because I like it so much, but it's hard. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be able to figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, I want to be able to figure it out in a way that's not going to break my computer, but both times I've done it, I've had like mega computer problems afterward. So who knows? At least there's other stuff I could do in the meantime though. So yeah, one day. Technology is hard. I'm so bad at doing tech stuff. Like, I didn't want to plug my computer in after I got it back because I was so stressed out about having to set it back up. So when I was on my break, I was like deliberately not setting up my PC and working off of my laptop, and then being like, ugh, my laptop can't handle this. What's wrong with it? When like I could have just easily like set up my computer, but I was so nervous because I don't know how to work this stuff that I just like left it in the corner of my room and didn't touch it. And then after I like like set it up, I was like, dang, it was so easy. Why did I not just do that before? Yeah, so it's fine now. I was decorating it with stickers though when it wasn't being used. It was sitting in the corner and I kept putting new stickers on it. Now it has a bunch of stickers. Yay! I have a sticker of Eito being killed on it. It's really cute. Yeah. Waiting and watching. I don't like it when you say it like that. That's weird. Yeah, well, part of the problem with it too was that when iBuyPower took my computer, they were like, oh, if there's like a problem with the memory or something, are you okay with us like wiping your computer? Like, do you have it backed up, or like, can you back it up? And I was like, oh yeah, I'll back it up. And they never told me if they wiped it or not when they were like, oh, it's a CPU issue. So I just assumed it was wiped, and I really didn't want to set everything back up for my drive because there was a lot of stuff that I had to go back and do. But like, it was backed up, but it's just very daunting, you know, to do it. So I was like, I don't want to do it. Thank God none of it got deleted. I'm not missing anything. I feel like they would tell you. No, they wouldn't. Shut up. They would not tell me, because they did not tell me. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna talk shit on iBuyPower. They did not tell me that my computer was ready to be picked up. They didn't. They didn't. They took my computer and they were like, okay, we'll let you know what's going on with it. And I was like, okay, cool. And then they took it and then they were like updating me on it, and I was like, okay, cool. And then a week goes by and there's no message from them, and I'm like, what? Like, is everything okay? So then I messaged them and I was like, hey, you know, does like everything with the repairs, is it going well? And they were like, oh yeah, like the repairs are going well. And that's all they said. So I was like, oh, well, you know, they told me it was gonna be like a bit, so maybe they're still working on it. So then I waited another week because I don't want to be like that person that was like messaging them every day being like, excuse me, where's my computer? So I like waited because I was like, okay, they have a queue, whatever. So I messaged them back a week later. At this point, it had been a month. It had been a whole month. And I messaged them and I was like, hey, is there any update on my computer? And they were like, oh yeah, it's been done since Friday. And I was like, today's Thursday. Like, they were so good at communication, except when it came to like fucking finishing my computer. They were like emailing me so proactively and I was responding to them and there was good communication until they were done. Well, they gave me an ETA of 4 weeks, okay? They were like, it could be 4 to 6 weeks. So when they were like, it could be 4 to 6 weeks until your computer is ready, I was like, okay. Okay, they gave me an estimate, 4 to 6 weeks. So I am going to assume it will be done within that time frame, you know? And they just never messaged me back, and they were like, oh yeah, like our, you know, it's, yeah, we never told you when to come pick it up. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? You have to read their mind. I guess so! Why can't you freaking email me that my computer was done? The PMO man, I was... Anyways, yeah, they were like, do you really need this, huh? The girl needs her computer fixed, huh? Yeah, the girl that can't work technology needs her computer fixed. Like, 4 to 6 weeks seemed like a really long time to me. But when they were like, you know, we have a queue of like the computers that we're working on, and then like the person I was talking to was like, I'm gonna handle this myself as like a priority thing, but you know, like we still have like a queue. And I was like, okay, you know what, that's, I need my computer fixed so that it is what it is, you know, like I need this. I need it to be fixed because it's unusable right now. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna hand it over to you. And they're 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, that seems like a really long time. And I did tell them, like, you know, if there was any way to like you know, maybe if like the estimate ends up being shorter, if they could let me know. Like I specifically asked, I was like, could you let me know? Because I use my computer for work. And you know, I need my computer for work. And they were like, yeah, like we can do our best. I don't feel like they did their best, but that's just my opinion. I'm sorry, maybe I'm being a bit of a Karen, but I just feel like they didn't do their best. You know, but it kind of makes sense because when I was there to pick up my computer, I saw one of the employees walk in with a 6-pack of Budweiser in his hand. So, but that's not my business. So anyways, don't buy I Buy Power. Do not buy I Buy Power. It is not worth it. It's not worth it, man. Yeah. Yeah, I had an NZXT before, and it was a pre-built, and it's what I debuted with. And it was amazing, and it lasted for a really long time, but then when it came to, like, you know, getting my newer models or, like, doing other stuff, the parts in it became outdated pretty quickly, and I just didn't have, like, the firepower to deal with it anymore. And I was gonna replace the parts and you know, take it in, but then just getting a new PC was cheaper than buying the parts and taking someone to build it. So I was like, damn, okay, you know. And the Sakuna was like, no, I'll buy you the computer, and I was like, okay, you know. And then this happened. Now build your own tech. I'm not smart enough for that. I'm not smart enough for that. I get nervous. I get nervous taking, like, the glass off of my PC to, like, dust it. NZXT is a scam as well. Hey, I liked my NZXT. I liked it. It was a very good computer. Okay, so if you guys are like, it's a scam, well, I'm built different and it was a good computer. Just follow the instructions. See, but then there's, like, the wires that you have to hook up, and, like, if you accidentally bend something, then it's GG, and, you know, like, well, the wires go in this, and they're so tiny, and then if I, like, accidentally touch this with it, then, like, it's gonna break everything. Or, like, what if I put this piece in too aggressively? When I bought my I Buy Power PC, or, like, you know, I came in, the graphics card was separate, and they were like, you have to install the graphics card yourself, and I was sweating so hard. I was like, if I fuck this up, my computer's gonna blow up. It felt like defusing a bomb. I did not enjoy that. Sounds like it's Sakuna's fault for making you buy an I think so. I'm thankful that he bought me a computer at all, though. I'm very thankful for it. This computer has problems. And then I was like, hey Sakuna, this computer has problems, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, like, you know, stream because I have to take it into the shop. And he was like, well, why? And I was like, girl, because it doesn't work. And he was like, oh, well, like, what can you do about it? And I was like, nothing. The girl, nothing. And he was, oh, well, do you I don't know what you want me to do. I tried to use it on my laptop, but my laptop is very it doesn't have the power to load my models. When I try and load my models, because my models are such a heavy load, it would crash. And I was like, oh dear, what am I supposed to do now? So it was a bit of a challenge, but we persevere. Everything's fine now. Everything is fine. Yeah, the laptop would overheat and it would just randomly turn off, which, I mean, not randomly. So I actually had, like, when I was using my laptop, I had my fan angled on it the entire time. So it was, like, blowing directly on my laptop. I considered getting, like a laptop fans, but I was like, only gonna be using my laptop like this intensely for a little bit, so it feels like a waste to like buy that if I'm only gonna use it for like 2 more weeks, you know. So I'm glad I didn't, because it just would have been a waste. But now my laptop and I are best friends, and I can work her really well. So now I'm not afraid to use her anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm the tech stuff's I'm not I wish I was smarter with it. It's very, I feel like an old person. It's very daunting. I don't believe in that stuff. Graphics cards and CPU and PSU. I don't believe in it. Back in my day, we had a Dell with the CD, like a CD insert thing, and that was enough for me. The Dell supercomputer that I could play Club Penguin on. Yeah. Eden, thank you for becoming a Leoncon again! Yeah. Could you connect the Steam Deck to the PC and reduce the load on it while gaming? Oh, I didn't think about that. I was using my Steam Deck to play 100 Line, like while I was on the treadmill during my break. And the optimization for 100 Line on the Steam Deck is really bad. And so, I was having trouble pulling up the menu in the game at all because the buttons that it sets up are all weird. And so I just stopped using it, and then I played something else because I couldn't open the menu, and I was like, why? Like I'm assigning the key to open the menu. Why is it not working? And then I looked at it, and people are like, oh yeah, like that's like a problem that we have too. And I was like, so then how do you fix it? And they're like, oh, we just play it on the PC. Oh, that doesn't help me! That doesn't help me! Why? I know, but the Switch version, I have it for the Switch, but it doesn't have my save data on it. And the Steam Deck did, and I've played so much of it that I need my save data, you know? So it's a challenge. It's fine. I just played other stuff on my Steam Deck. I didn't need to play 100 Line specifically, but God, I miss Ato like a motherfucker. But it do be like that. Oh my God, speaking of Ato, we have 48 hours until the Danganronpa-ing on the Leah channel. And I can assure you that we will not start streaming Danganronpa 2 until like an hour and a half into the stream, because there's so much to discuss. Yeah, so you know, still do Danganronpa 1. No, I'm not playing Danganronpa 1. Go play that yourself. Don't be a loser. Go play Danganronpa 1 yourself. Trigger Happy Havoc. Go open your freaking Steam page and play it yourself, okay? Experience Byakuya Togami calling you slurs for yourself, and then I will play Danganronpa 2. I'm not that kind. Go educate yourself. Don't be stupid. Don't be lazy. Yeah, 48 hours. I would just watch the anime. Do not! Play the game. I swear to God, it's not that long. It is not that long of a game. Just go fucking play the game. Don't be an idiot. Do not. It has an anime. Yes, it does. It does have an anime. There are many parts to the anime. Don't be stupid. Lazy Leocons. Typical Leocons. Typical friggin' Leocons being lazy. That's what the L stands for. No, it's only 100 hours. No, how long is Trigger Happy Havoc? It's not that long. Trigger Happy. How long is Trigger Happy Havoc? It's like 40 hours max. 40 hours max. Okay, that's like a normal game length. 40 hours maximum. It's not that bad. How long is SDR2? Like, okay, 30 hours. That's not too bad. Yeah, that leaves us just 8 hours to eat and sleep. Okay, and? Get over it. 40 hours of reading. Ew. 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 Yeah, see, you have enough time to play the game before I stream SDR2. There's plenty of time to play it, so just go get it. Go get it on Steam now. Yeah. And then what else? Tomorrow I'm gonna do a Final Fantasy 14 stream. We're gonna talk some Final Fantasy. I'm gonna rank every single dungeon in this godforsaken game, and I'm gonna give you my 2.5 hour long speech on why I think Holminster Switch is the best dungeon in the entirety of Final Fantasy 14. And you guys will sit there and you'll listen and you'll be good and you won't disagree with me. Dragging grandpas. You're a freaking old person! Nobody says that anymore! Spider, thank you for the $2 Nobody fucking calls it dragging grandpas. Dang it, grandpa. Do it, Ron, RuPaul. Fuck, what else? What else do people call it? There was all these sorts of freaking stupid names for it. If you call it anything other than dang it, Rompa, you have unk status, then you should be in a fucking retirement home. I know how old you are. You are over the age of 30. Dang it, Ron Paul. Dang it, grandpas. Yeah. Yeah, dang it, Ron Paul. That was it. She dang on my Rompa till I trigger happy okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, tomorrow, Final Fantasy 14. Friday, thinking Rompa. And yeah, that's what's on the agenda for the next 2 days. And so, I don't really have anything else to say, but I hope you guys enjoyed the little behind the scenes discussion of the concerts and kind of learning a little bit about how they all come together. Yeah, it's very how do I say? You don't really think about it. Like, too intensely in depth, I guess. I don't know how to word it. It's hard to envision, I think, how it all comes together. But now that I've kind of discussed, shed some light on it, maybe it's a little easier to yeah. Yeah, very nice sneak peek. Sorry, I was setting up the raid in the background. I think you can tell. You're gonna raid into Iori, so please go say hi to her. And in terms of announcements, I don't have anything to announce, but I do have some stuff to promote. Ooh. So first up, I released the concert footage of Ashina-chan from Off-Kai, and you can see it on my channel right now. As well as I released Confessions of a Rotten Girl solo cover. I released it yesterday, so you can go listen to that. That's also on my channel. And finally, Sono Ota and I released a song called Glamour, so you can go listen to that as well. And my birthday merchandise is still on sale, so if any of you guys saw... It's still there. I don't know why it's still there. I keep thinking I deleted it, and then it's still there every fucking time I go to put something in. Anyways, if you were wondering where the image that I do not have, where did it go? Where did it go? 'Cause I don't think I can show the other one. When she and I, You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Where'd it go? If you were curious where... where this came from. This nice old image that... Okay, hold on. There you go. This image came from... You can buy my birthday merchandise and obtain this for yourself. There's a lot of cool merchandise for my birthday, but this is definitely the star of the show. You can purchase it as a mouse pad. So yeah. That is on the Phase Connect official shop. So I think that's everything I have to announce. I have to think about it. But yeah, that should be everything. Yeah. With all of that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Otsuya, and please go say hi to Iori. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. Otsuya. Otsuya.